study and a great movie on its own, but it's less of a superhero movie where the Avengers, say, is just kind of ridiculous superhero special effects BS.
Right.
And they occasionally try to throw in some humor to make it topical and funny. This movie is much more like Deadpool.
Oh,
okay. All right.
That's great.
They're breaking the fourth wall all the time. They're talking to the audience. It knows it's ridiculous. It's a lot of fun. And so I enjoyed it. But here's a movie man tip. A little of the sticky icky or the green ganj, devil's flower, not going to hurt.
Okay, so that would enhance the viewing experience.
Just a little movie man tip.
I like
Thank
it.
you.
Nice.
That's a good tip.
Yeah, so I liked it. If you're not into this film, you can tell by looking at the trailer or the commercial. If it doesn't look like your thing, don't go, because it's exactly that.
That's good advice.
But, thanks. But if you...
So if it... Wait, hold on. Let me see if I understand.
Yeah, walk us through it, Kevin.
So if it doesn't look good, do I go?
You should go.
Okay. I should go.
You personally should go.
I hear you.
Because I think you went to Suicide Squad. You hated that.
I didn't like that.
You didn't like that.
No, you're right.
But this has got more of all the good stuff that you like.
All right.
Plus, like I said, Little Devil's Flower.
I'm in.
All right.
Smoke weed every day.
I'm in with both. All right, the Oscars are this weekend. The movies are for the best movie, best picture. Ford versus Ferrari, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women, Marriage Story, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. What do you think is going to win, and what do you think should win?
Well, it's a tricky question because I think 1917 is going to win.
You do?
Has anybody in the room seen the movie?
I have.
I have as well, yeah.
I loved it.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's as everybody's talking about, it's like one big, long, beautiful shot. It's a war flick. Do we have a clip to play? 1917?
Here you go.
Let's play.
We have to stop the bleeding. We have to get to an aid post. We've got to get up. Your brother! We have to find your brother!
You'll recognise him. He looks like me. Will you write to my mum for me? Tell her I wasn't scared.
Party.
That scene's at Dave & Buster's.
Party. It is a friggin' party.
So you think that's going to win? I wouldn't be mad at that.
I wouldn't be mad at it either. And Sam Mendes is director, although sometimes they might split those categories. The movie I think there should win, though.
Okay.
The one I want to win. My sentimental favorite, Rocket Man. Am I right, Allie?
What?
You're such a dick. I loved Rocket Man, and he'll never let me live it down.
Oh, my God. Such a horrible movie.
It's so good.
But we do agree. We do agree on Jojo Rabbit.
It was my favorite movie of the year.
You know what? And here's why I think it should win. Is because it's a very odd mix. Hard to have a Nazi movie, with comedy. That's not easy to pull off.
Right.
Super enjoyable. Expertly, I thought, directed from beginning to end. Just a movie that you watch, you love, and you think is a great movie where you could argue 1917, not a lot of fun. Marriage Story, that's not a party. It is a movie that I like. Now, just to run through these real quickly.
Yes.
Parasite has a chance.
Love that, too.
And it would be you loved it?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Kevin loved
Kevin
it.
and I,
That
our
would
favorite movie
that
of
would
the
be
year.
our pick.
Yep.
There's no chance that you love that movie.
I love that movie. Because I had to read. I know
because here's the thing. You had to read while watching the movie.
Yeah.
But I
It's
didn't know
shocking.
that before I went. So I was just reading, and all of a sudden I was like, wow, I'm reading. What a loser. But I loved it.
Yeah, but then you're not watching the movie.
You are,
I got to
though.
tell you, I had a personal problem with it because I'm not sure, but I couldn't read and watch the movie at the same time and really appreciate the movie. So I watched it a second time. Better a second time for sure, but it could sneak in there and win. Here's who's going to win the other categories really quickly.
Okay.
Lead actor going to be Joaquin Phoenix. For Joker, he's won everything else. Lead actress going to be Renee Zellweger because she's got that funny face. Supporting actor, Brad Pitt, of course.
Sure.
Supporting actress, Laura Dern for Marriage Story. And director, like I said, could be Sam Mendes. Could be Bong Joon-ho for Parasite.
Yes.
He's the odds-on winner. If you ask me.
Okay.
Good.
All right.
Good to hear.
Fantastic. Thank you, Russ. You can catch The Movie Man Friday mornings on ABC 7 and on Twitter at 6 Second Review. Thank you, Russ. We'll talk to you next week.
Love you guys.
Bye now.
Have a great weekend.
This is Kevin in the Morning on K-Rock.
Well, I find that hard to believe.
106.7 KROQ FM.
All right. Jensen, have you been in a fight?
I mean, not since like high school. I was in one with a guy who was like bullying me. At
One
one point.
fight?
Yeah, but
Okay.
I did come out victorious.
You did? Mm-hmm. All right. Allie? One fight?
Yeah.
I've never been in a fight.
Really?
No.
Yeah. Mine was just one, but I was brought into it. I didn't start it, but I sure finished it.
So do you feel like you've avoided fights your whole
Yeah,
life?
I've been pretty good at avoiding fights.
Yeah.
Only once did I road rage. I followed a guy into a parking lot and got out of my car and started yelling.
Oh, dear.
But that guy, I realized quickly, was twice my size, and I got back in my car and left.
Yeah, you got to.
Because you got to size a person up.
Yes,
Absolutely.
obviously.
So we're going to take your calls in a few minutes on the stupidest fight you've been in. Mm-hmm. And we have an employee or friend who's on the voice changer.
Yeah.
Because that person doesn't want
He's
to be.
an employee of somewhere. We
she.
didn't say here. Or she.
Right.
You're right. It's going
And
well.
told us this story yesterday or last week. Whenever.
Don't know.
You guys are good at keeping secrets.
Sorry, Striker. It's not.
It's not Stryker.
Okay.
It might be. It might be Klein. It might be Nicole. It could be Mr. Weatherby. You'll just have to leave it up to your own imagination.
Hey, Omar, it's a little low.
Yeah.
Boom, boom.
All right, what happened?
So I was at the gas station it's probably a couple months back, and it's a very crowded gas station. In my car, a guy in his Prius was reversing to the point where he was about to hit my car.
Prius owners,
Hold on.
am I right?
Can we just
Really
hold it for a
paint
second?
the
Yes.
It feels like a man who would wear our skin. Like if he sounds.
It does sound
It's
that way.
like I'd F me. It's like the Sounds of the Lambs guy.
Gets the lotion on the skin, or else it gets the hose again.
I'm saying, Omar, that's too low.
Is it too- Okay, that's better.
Okay.
Okay.
Boom, boom.
Okay, so
Okay, move
you're at a
on.
gas station and Prius owner backs in.
So he was about to run into my car. He's about to back into it. So I just really quick tap of the horn.
Yeah, let him
Nothing
know.
too crazy.
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
Oh, two. Okay, two. All right.
And he keeps calling me, so I'm like, bam, bam, bam. I added 3 horns. Second time.
We need to use the voice changer every day.
Honestly, our show should just be the voice changer, all three of us.
So, oh boy. So, he then goes into a full-out tirade. He gets out of his car. He goes, "What the F? What's your problem?"
Wait, he was backing into you?
Yes, he was about to hit my car.
Wow.
So he gets out of his car. He's like, "What's your problem? F you! What the F? What the F are you talking about?"
Omar's messing with him.
Did he become a demon?
He's like, "Don't you honk your horn at me."
Right, and then fire behind him, and he was holding a pitchfork.
So he was making a scene. Everybody's looking at this guy, and he won't get back into his car. I'm like, dude, what do you plan on doing here?
Oh, so you were squaring up?
No, not yet.
Okay.
So then he goes, F you, like he's gonna like walk up to my car and like do something to it. So I was like, I think I need to have a talk with this guy. So I get out of the car, and as I get out of my car, he is going back into his car, walking. And I was like, dude, what is your problem?
So
Now-
wait, so just so I understand, he got
Yes.
back in his car, and now you're chasing?
No, not chasing, but yeah, sort of. I approach him, okay?
Okay.
So
I'm pushing a chasing manner.
very slowly. So I go, dude, what's your problem, dude? I was just honking my horn so I would avoid an accident. He's like, F you, F you. I'm like, dude, lower your tone, man. Like,
Yes, I like when you correct the tone.
You don't have to go that crazy on me. So he goes, F you. I'm like, dude, stop yelling. And before I can get my next word out, he spits in my face.
No! Are you kidding?
Spits directly in my face.
What did you do, demon?
The gamma radiation in my head turned me into the Hulk. I tried to pick his car up and throw it.
Right.
Right.
And then he had a deal with this fist of steel to his forehead. I punched him in the forehead.
You punched him.
I punched him.
In the forehead? Who punches someone in the forehead?
Oh, it knocked his glasses right off.
Yeah,
that was
nerd.
the goal? That was the goal.
So this wasn't a fight. I mean, did he try to fight back at that point?
After I hit him with the fist of fury, he proceeded to put his car in drive and drive it straight into a pole.
Like he was running away?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell he was doing. So after he crashes his car, he gets out of the car like he wants to fight. And I'm like, okay, look, this has really gotten out of hand. I need to diffuse the situation. So I'm like,
now you're going to diffuse the situation.
Now I'm going to diffuse it because it's gotten out of hand.
Sure.
So I get back into my car, and he's chasing my car. He kicks my car. I bounce out. So then I get a call. I get a call from the authorities.
Oh.
Yeah. And they say, were you involved in an altercation at this gas station on this street? I said, yes, officers, I'll be right by. I'll tell you what happened. I show up. The guy called the cops on me. The guy called the cops on me for spitting on my face.
Yeah, we kind of got that.
Yeah,
we got that point.
I was flabbergasted.
Those of you just tuning in, we're using the voice changer because this employee does not want to be named.
It's not an employee, or it could be. It could be a friend. It could be a relative.
Right, sure.
Anybody.
So he calls the police.
So he calls the police. I show up to talk to the police. Police asked me to keep my hands out of my pockets, show my...
Oh.
Yeah, so I was detained and questioned. And
Were you handcuffed?
I was handcuffed.
Oh!
And
did you say these hands are lethal?
No, I didn't want to get into it with the police.
Right.
The popo?
The popo. So they asked me, so what happened? I said, listen, everything's on camera. We're at a gas station. There's like 5 cameras. I told him exactly what happened. The officer nodded, goes to the sergeant, comes back, goes, all right, this is going to be a civil matter now. You guys can work it out on your own.
Oh.
So.
And then they put you in a terror dome? What happens then?
No, they let me go, and I was on with my day.
All right.
Yeah.
Who knew you could get... That's the thing about fights that break out like that are stupid. Like, it just escalates so quickly.
Yeah.
One punch, though, man.
And and I'm not proud of this. That's why my voice is disguised, because I with hindsight is 2020, right? I would have never gotten out of my car. I would have just let him be crazy.
Right.
And I would have just gone along with my day right then and there instead of having this interrupt my day.
No, I understand.
Sure.
But I did punch him right in the forehead.
Right.
Yeah,
That's where you want to connect, is in the forehead.
Yeah, get the glasses off.
That's a good punch. All right, thank you, whoever you are.
No problem. You guys have a nice day.
I almost got in a fight. Dave reminded me, I almost got in a fight at the Neon Carnival after Coachella.
Oh, very cool.
I was on the dance floor, and somebody bumped into me and thought I bumped into them and squared up, and I was like, Jesus, I'm in a fight right now.
Yeah.
And somebody jumped in between us. Lucky for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One punch. One punch to the forehead.
All right, stupid fights you got in. 1-800-520-1067. Susan got in a fight over a piece of string.
Oh, okay.
You hold on. We'll get to your calls next.
Kevin in the Morning with Allie and Jensen, LANOC's Alternative Rock. K-Rock.
First, let's take one phone call. Ridiculous fight you got in. Susan in Westchester. Good morning.
Good morning. It was back in junior high. We were doing an art project in art class, and there was a pile of cool stuff like cork and shells and string, and I went to grab a piece of string, and the kid next to me, Sean, grabbed the same piece of string. I wasn't going to let go. He wasn't going to let go. We went to blows, took it down to the ground. The art teacher had to bust us up.
It's the quickest story that's ever been told on this show.
I mean, also, Sean, what an a-hole.
Oh, total a-hole. And he's probably listening. We've all grown up in Santa Monica. We've all been K-Rock fans forever. So, Sean M.,
Susan,
I got you.
But let me ask you, Susan, why would you hold on to it and go to blows? What's the point over a piece of string?
Hey, I wanted it. He wasn't going to let go. It was something at that age. We had a lot of raging hormones, and it was something I needed to hold on to and put in my art project.
Hey, Susan?
Yep.
You and Sean M. Ever?
I had a little bit of a crush on him.
There's the truth. That's the truth.
Yeah,
That's
we
the
got
truth.
to the bottom of it. Maybe, are you single right now?
No, married 28 years.
Would you want to maybe just hook up with
happening
Sean
right now?
once?
What are you doing?
He never comes to reunions, but no, not my type anymore.
I mean,
All
he's
right.
probably in jail, let's be honest.
Right? All right.
Real quick,
Thank you.
I also went to detention for it, and the kid in detention, was Robert Downey Jr. We went to the same junior high and high school.
The hell?
This place rules.
The detention bench with me.
Susan, telling
What is
stories.
happening
Sean
with
Robert
Susan?
Downey Jr. This story